on everyone, back again with another fair video. Today we're at the New River Valley Fair, the fairground itself. I'm going to give you guys a tour and let's go. So over here is the ticket booth, food stand. Cole Amusements is here, and you guys know that it's a tradition to have New River Valley Fair, Cole Amusements, combined with Fredericksburg Fair with Douglas. So you guys, I've been doing this for 4 years, but yeah, so 4 years of doing this. This is like a second home of New River. So yeah, here's your little kids rides, and something is here. But to be completely honest, I was not expecting it. Last year the Wonder Wheel was here, but Wonder Wheel ain't here. It's something else. Jungle Crawl, the carousel. So yeah, this is. I was pretty surprised about it. You got the ticket booth, Go Gator. And what is this? Is that the Tilt-A-Whirl? Yeah, so the Tilt-A-Whirl is here. I think this might be the first time of it being in Dublin. I'm not really sure, but this is the first time I've seen it here. So yeah, I'm pretty in shock about it, because last time we saw it was in Buchanan. So yeah, you got the Mystery Machine Scooby-Doo ride. Yeah, so pretty much it's the same ride lineup, minus the train and Wonder Wheel. But other than that, it's pretty much the same ride lineup like it was last year. Oh, and also minus the Expo Wheel, because we got Rainforest back. So Rainforest, that's where it belongs, is New River. Willie the Whale, Taste of the Fair is here also. You got the Scat, New York, Sizzler, more food down there. Yeah, so like I said, this ride lineup is pretty good. We don't have Doolin. Doolin is with the other half, so lemonade stand. We got the Rainforest Expo Wheel, like I mentioned. You know, it's nice to see Rainforest back, because that's where it belongs. That's the same thing for Buchanan. It belongs in Buchanan, it belongs in New River. So yeah, and then right behind that is the KMG Brute, aka Freakout. And then you got the Sizzler, the Vertigo, Saturn 16. I can't believe I just did that. I actually called Saturn 16 the Sizzler. Whoops. I apologize. Apparently I don't know what my lines are, what the lines are. Himalaya, which it doesn't have no top on it, so I don't know if they didn't put the top on, because they actually set up yesterday and opened yesterday, so they probably didn't feel like putting it on, which I mean, it's understandable. But yeah, this is what it looks like without no top. Yeah, and then we got the ALM Rockstar, Zeusville Parade, more games over here. Come on, let's go on this side. There's Zeusville Parade. Whew, it's a hot one today. But I feel like it's not as hot like it was in Fredericksburg. Fredericksburg was miserable. So yeah, like I said, it's a good ride lineup. I'm really in shock about the Tilt-A-Whirl being here. But, you know, it's nice to see it back, so, because I don't really see it all that much. So yeah, let's end it with the photo.